Cade. What's going on?
Not much. What's up with y'all? Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear us all right?
Sweet. Yeah, it's great. It's good.
Dope. Well, welcome to the Beer Mile podcast.
Yeah, glad to be here. I've seen those videos and stuff.
Really? Okay, that was gonna be my first question. I was gonna say, be honest with us. Had you heard of us before we reached out to you?
Yeah, I have. I haven't kept up lately, I guess, but sometimes you get down the YouTube running rabbit hole and stuff, and you guys have shown up, so I've seen a couple videos, I think.
That's good to hear.
Awesome. We'll appreciate that. So did your parents approve of you joining a podcast that has the word beer in the title? Are they cool with it?
Yeah, for sure. They're cool with it. They're with everything. So this no biggie. No problem.
So what are you up to like today and this week? Do you still have classes? You still in school? You done for the year? Like some schools are wrapping up around now. So like, what do you got going on?
Yeah, we got out really early. We got out May 13th. So we went back to school in early August and out May 13th. So right now I'm just hanging out doing absolutely nothing. We just run and that's it. So it's training, that's it. But yeah, days like today, just hanging out doing nothing. And tomorrow I got my regional meet. So, just flew back in from New York and back to it.
Damn. Well, that's like, so you're basically like living life like a pro runner right now. I like that. That's
right
awesome.
Now, yeah, it's boring. It's boring. I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting in the hotel before the race, Trials and Miles, and just in the hotel all day long, just doing nothing because you can't we were staying in kind of Queens, so I couldn't really get out and walk around and do anything. So I was just hanging out, and everyone was like, "Yeah, it's just life of a pro runner." I was like, "I'm gonna have to find something to do if I want to do this, find a hobby."
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that's why a lot of pro runners play video games or just have something going on.
Yeah,
there's got to be something.
So let's dive right into it then. So you committed to Ole Miss. And so is part of the, I'm questioning, did you have opportunity to go professional? Did any of the brands reach out? Or I know you've really kind of popped off in these last few months. So maybe there wasn't as much interest before and there's more interest now, or are you thinking of school as like, oh, that'll be something to keep me busy during the day so I don't go nuts?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited to run at Ole Miss at the moment. I haven't really been hit up about any pro stuff yet. We'll see what I can do at the end of the year, but I'm excited for Ole Miss and I'm ready to run with those guys. So it'll be, I'm excited for it.
So what led to that decision and what other schools did you look at?
So what led to that decision really just, Ole Miss is, mid-distance program. They're successful with, guys like me, American guys. It wasn't, it was just SEC school. I think it's the best conference. It's 3 hours, 50 minutes from my house. It's
that's
definitely a top
spot.
5 mid-distance program. Yeah. I mean, everything just lined up. I say every time anybody asks me, it just checked all the boxes. Red's my favorite color. The Coach Van Hoy, the team, the guys down there, everything really just worked out. And, it'll be a good little college town. Oxford is, from what I know. So what I've heard. So I'm excited about it. But, I was in talks with, I think, every Power 5 school you can probably name. But it was Ole Miss from the moment I took unofficial and the phone calls and the moment official, I kind of knew it was it. So
awesome. Do you know what you're going to study there yet?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of thinking exercise science, going into physical therapy. But I'm still still unsure. I've enjoyed it. I've being a kid, getting into some freak accidents and stuff. I've been in and out of physical therapy throughout my life.
Yeah.
Something I think I'd enjoy, but who knows?
And it's helpful for your own running if you're going to pursue running too. I mean, at least you know your body well, and it's like multi-purpose then.
Yeah, for sure. I've thought about that too. It's like I can know what's going on. I get a little tweak in the calf. I know exactly where it is, what's causing it. So
right. So is the ultimate plan to run professionally, make world's teams? Is that what you're eyeing in the future?
Yeah, that's the plan, for sure. To be the best I can be, represent USA on a global scale. That's definitely the plan. That's what I wake up every day thinking about, and and someone asked me, it's like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't really say physical therapist. So that's the plan at the moment.
I'm curious. So you've got the state meet next week, right? And then so
June
running both against like professionals and running at like obviously an extremely high level in high school. What's kind of your take on the difference between the competition? Do you still like really push yourself like in the more high school based meets, or is it more just like, okay, we perform here, we race, and then like I'll actually run the fast times when I'm racing pros?
Yeah. And so this year, hit 2 800s indoors, hit a 149 and then 148, which was in 148 was in March. And then after that, I got opportunities to run. I went to Ole Miss, ran the college race, Open 8. That was my third 800 of the year. And then this is my fourth 800 of the year in a professional race. I like racing the high school guys. It's nice to get a win here. I'm on a 2 800 race losing streak right now. I'm ready to race those high school guys and see what I can do. But really, the high school races have been 400s. I hopped in a 200 for the first time. Hopped in a mile for the first time this year. Just been kind of switching it up, doing things like that. I race hard against those guys. I don't take it easy on anybody.
Yeah. So is there going to be anyone close to you in the 800 in Kentucky for state, or do you expect to kind of roll away from that and then you're going to try to win in multiple events?
Yeah. So at the moment, there's a 154 guy is second in the 800 at state. Last year it was 158 got second.
Wow.
I won with like a 151. So, and I think that a lot of the top guys in Kentucky are going to kind of dodge that 800 event because, they're going to stick to the mile or the 2 mile or something like that. I don't think they want the smoke down there.
Is like setting a state record on your mind at all?
I think the state record's like 149. I think I'm going to go for the 4.8 double. It's
okay.
I don't think it's been done before in the state. And it's, Kentucky 3A state is just, one day, one event. So I'll probably have a 400, then 300 hurdles, then the 800. So I'll be right back on the line, running that. So tough double, but we'll put on a show.
Dang, so you said state is all in one day there?
It's one day in Kentucky. Yeah. So 3A is the biggest. It's the biggest class in Kentucky or whatever size. But yeah, all in one day. I'll probably have 30, 45 minutes in between that 4 and 8. So
okay. That makes it a lot tougher because I was going to say most states are multi-day. And so it's a lot easier to run 4 events or 3 events and win everything. But
I envy those. Yeah, I envy those. But yeah, so I'll be on some relays and I'll be on that in the 4 and the 800. So
awesome. How's your team looking? Do you guys have a shot at podium, winning state? Are you guys good as a squad?
Yeah. Team's good. And, I'm Marshall County. We're a small town. The city I live in is, 4,000 people. But Marshall County, it's in 3A, but we're racing the private schools who can recruit and do all this stuff. We got third in the state with 6 people last year, and just 4 of us it was a 4x4 and 2 throwers.
Wow.
So we got 6th with that last year. And so this year, we got third last year with 6 people.
Oh, nice.
And this year, you definitely, we're chasing the state title. We're just gonna have to see what happens. We're gonna put it all out there. I'll give them what I got, and we'll see.
Love that. Okay, and then so a few weeks after that, then you're gonna be racing the U20 champs. So I'm assuming is that your next big competition, or do you have anything in between state and that?
Yeah, I think at the moment we're planning to do something between state. It's not official yet, so I can't really say. I don't want to say in case something changes. We'll get something in between state, but U20s. I would kind of like to get into senior worlds if I'm honest. I've looked at the rankings and stuff. I think I'm the 9th American right now. It's 146.51, and so I'd like to get into senior worlds. I think that'd be fun, but we're gonna have to see what I can run in between state, and we'll see. Dropping 1 second every month. Who knows?
I was going to say, I like where your head's at. Baby. So there's there's a little, I don't know. You're teasing us a little bit with this. You're going to go for a fast time apparently here in June.
For sure.
I love that. Were you, you, in your post-race interview, for the New York City qualifier where you just missed the high school record, now you're number 2 all time. You mentioned that, you still got a lot more, like you got more opportunities, all that. So how were you disappointed to miss it? Or I guess you still had a big PR in that race. So like you can't be overly disappointed with a PR, but how did you feel coming out of that race? Were you like, oh crap, I was so close, I like didn't take advantage of getting the record, or how are you thinking about it?
Exactly. I was talking to my dad. I was talking to the people around me who went with me, and I was saying the same thing. It's like, it's the weirdest feeling because I flew across the country. Big PR in the 800. I'm 0.06. I'm the second best ever. And it's just like, I can't be mad, but I can't be overjoyous. The job's not done yet. It's like this unsatisfaction. And then it would just, it basically canceled out everything. It's like, it's almost like numbing. It was like nothing happened. It was like, okay, I'm not there yet still. I can't be mad. I can't be, happy, overjoyous. It was just like, okay, I'm just, whatever. I'll get it next time. But it was weird. I wasn't mad about it. And watching the race is the most frustrating thing because, the first 200 going into it, that very first 200, some guy steps in, kind of gets in front of me, and I do a little hop step. That cost me, that's the national record right there out the window.
Yeah, 0.06.
That's 0.6 right there. And then, the last 100, a guy I was making my move. He went a little outside, and I had to just go a little bit around him. Swing wide. That's the national record right there. My dive, I ducked early for some reason. I missed the line and then let up as I went across the line. That's the national record right there. There's so many. I was in lane 2 from 300 meters out.
Yeah.
Just little things like that are so frustrating because I know that I'm in that shape to do that. I know that I have 146.45 in the legs. I know I'm the best ever sitting here. But I just got to put it together. Right. I just got to do it. So it's frustrating, but I'm not mad about it. I'm still hungry. It's going to give me another month to, bring that dog out and train up. So plan to smash it next time.
That's right.
So as a graduating senior, what do you like? I feel like I went to high school with some folks who were on the national scale, like not to your level, and had friends like outside of track and field. I'm curious, like in your friend group, those who aren't involved in the track and field world, like do they know how fucking good you are, or like what's the deal?
Yeah, and that's so. I have a pretty tight circle. I have my day ones, my friends, my real close friends, and I guess they're kind of used to it. It's they're not, because really, and if you go and look at my split, like I was the number 1 800 runner in 6th grade for my class all the way through. And then last year I was number 2. And then this year I'm back to number 1. So like, they've just kind of just like, okay, it's not anything special to them, I guess, anymore. It kind of sometimes makes me mad. It's like, dude, this is, I'm trying to tell them like this level. And they're like, yeah, but we know that, it's like not as exciting, but yeah, they're supportive and, they know they're just, hoping I keep up with them on Instagram and stuff when I go.
when you blow up.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you've been, you have been on top of the game for so long. I mean, what do you attribute that to? Like, was it just that you got started early in the sport, or like, is it those around you that have coached you and worked with you? Like, what do you attribute to just like that steady progression and always being at the top of the game for your age?
Yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of things. I think that I got into it 6th grade, and we had a middle school coach who, some people think pushed kids way too hard. Some people think, some kids didn't really make it out of that injury free, that those middle school years. Thankfully I did. I came out, and I think that, rough training from the start kind of made me better, but I was always a athlete. I wasn't always a runner. I was always a real athletic kid. I was dunking a basketball in 8th grade. So just being an athlete, I think that helps, and not just I'm out here running 60 miles a week. I've never been a guy to overtrain. My coaches have never overtrained me, except those 6th grade year, 7th grade year. I was probably a little overtrained, but after that, we kind of cut it, and 8th grade year on, really just started just being an athlete. My coach's philosophy now is get you to the highest level doing as little as possible. So if, I might be a 145 low guy if I was out here doing blah, 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 blah. But, we'd rather save that for later on and save the legs a little bit. So, it's really just about, I think I've just always been an athlete, and a lot of these runners, aren't athletes. Can't beat me in one-on-one on the court. So,
well, yeah, we'll have to get you in a one-on-one game against like Justin Knight or whoever talks a lot of shit.
That's right. So did you still play basketball this year, or are you solely running right now?
No, I quit after my freshman year.
Okay.
But basketball was my main thing for the longest time. My community is, Marshall County is a big basketball, school community. That's our thing. We used to have, it was like top 5 place to watch a high school basketball game in the country. If you look up Marshall County's gym, it's ginormous. It's like an arena, it's better than some college places. But, basketball guy, but then I just kind of started focusing on track. But I think that early, I played all sports and was, pretty good at all sports, except like soccer. I never really liked soccer. Soccer wasn't my thing. But other than that, I was always a good athlete, and I think that attributes to what I'm doing. So.
Yeah. So you mentioned training a bit. So would you say you're more of like on the higher volume side for an 800 meter runner, or are you more just like the pure speed side for an 800 runner?
So last year it was really weird. I was like a 150.25 guy last year. So I was pretty good. I'd say, I was one of the top guys, but, I was doing I would do speed here and there. I would do distance here and there. I wasn't on the distance side. I wasn't on the speed side. I was just like kind of good quality workouts. I was probably doing like 20 miles a week. And so I had that year, finished with 150. And then this year we went straight down. I don't even know what my mileage is. It's probably like 12 miles a week right now. To be honest, I couldn't tell you, but it's real low, and it's just pure speed, power. But we get the volume in the workouts, I guess I'd say. Like I do mile work, in training. My coach is he's like an English teacher. I'm on that English teacher training. I'm not out here paying somebody to do it for me. But he's great. He's Andrew Johnson's his name. He's great. And we try to doing a lot of innovative stuff and different things. And so, yeah, he's great.
Well, it sounds like it's working so far.
It's absolutely working.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's exactly. Right. I mean, exactly. So you're going to stick with him then? Like when do you switch over from working with him to working with the Ole Miss coach?
I think that'll be when I go to Ole Miss. I guess in August when school starts back up.
Gotcha. I guess that's right.
So
I think
I'll be with the.
There's like rules against the coaches training in the summer, right, or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, so I'll be with Coach Johnson till then.
Cool. Well, that's good stuff. One of our listener questions that now I'm curious about over talking training, how fast do you think you could run a mile? Do you think you could run close to 4 flat? Do you think you could run sub 4? Like how fast do you think you could go?
That's, I ran a 4:12, 1600 just right out of the gate. First time doing it. First time kind of trying it. And I know I'm faster than that. I know I think I'm probably a 407, 408, 16 guy at the moment. But I don't know, with the right race, the right people, I'm ready. I'm a man. I can suffer. So I can put myself through some things. That's for sure. So I don't know. I think low fours. I'm not going to limit myself though.
I that's what my bet would be on as well.
Yeah.
I would.
Well, especially if you dedicated 2 months to train for it. I feel like especially
if you did like a little mini cycle of just those slightly longer intervals. Yeah. Totally.
For sure. I think give me 2 months. I think I might be breaking sub 4 in 2 months.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm just too low. It's hard to run a mile on, a good solid mile on, 12 miles a week. So we just have to see.
Yeah. Do we have any other good listener questions we want to?
Oh, I want to ask about who's your favorite UFC fighter? That was one of the listener questions that came in.
Oh, favorite UFC fighter. That's and it's such a casual thing to say, like a casual MMA fan to say. But Conor McGregor is just, there's nothing like a Conor McGregor fight week to me. But I'm a huge Michael Chandler guy. He's out of Nashville. He's the most exciting guy in the sport to watch. But yeah, it's a casual thing to say. People are probably like, oh, of course he's a Connor fan, of course, blah 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 blah. But he's the most exciting guy to watch, and everybody knows it. So love him or hate him.
I think he did also.
Watch.
Yeah, there's an argument there that he definitely like fundamentally changed UFC.
Yes. Oh, he changed the MMA landscape as a whole for sure. It's a sport that's on ESPN and all this stuff. It wouldn't be there without him. It
right.
wouldn't. So he's changed the game.
We got another listener question here. Why are you scared of easy runs with Matthew Ray?
Well, I know that name, Matthew Ray. I don't know where I know that name. I've heard that name. Maybe he's DM'd me or said something to me before. But
oh yeah, I wonder if he was like asking to just go on a jog.
Yeah, easy runs are just boring. I haven't been on an easy run since January. Maybe my last easy run was like 3 miles in January or something like that. We don't do easy runs. We get our volume in it's like a 5K-ish pace workout is where we get our volume.
Okay.
So we don't touch on any easy runs or any distance like that. So, it's just, I just tell coach, I was like, I can't do it. I can't just sit there and be bored. I got to be doing something. I like working hard.
I'm either on or off.
Exactly. And like workout days, a lot of high school, a lot of college, I'm sure pros like dread those days. Those are the days it sucks. It's, it's too hot. It's too cold. It's blah, blah. It's just going to hurt. And I love those days. I tweeted out back in March, I think I said workouts are like Christmas morning to me. And they are. I mean, the night before workout, I'm excited. Sometimes I can't sleep. I'm too excited. And, throughout the day, I'm just jittery. I'm just ready to go. I love working hard. I love pushing myself. So I think that's where that progression comes through as well.
For sure. So would you say, so it sounds like you're doing some sort of, speed or intervals or something kind of every day then. So what do you define as like a workout versus so you would say running 5K pace or 2 mile pace or something like that. Like that's not, you wouldn't consider that a workout, even though that's still to the more normal person, that's still fast, of course.
Yeah. So I guess my typical workout week, my weekly training plan or whatever. So Monday would be that 5K day. Sunday's always off. And then, it kind of depends on the schedule with races and stuff. If it's on Friday, like yesterday I did something, but that's, outlier. Mondays is typically I don't know, we'll do 8 600s at 5K pace with 100 meter, walk in between. So it's nothing crazy. And my 5K pace isn't crazy if you go to mile split. It's nothing wild. Not a cross country guy. But that's more Mondays. And then Tuesday will be kind of pure speed day. It'll be, 6 by 50, kind of all out. The first two build up, and then the third will be kind of all out, full rest, and then weight room. That's another new thing that came in this year that I think's helped a lot because it's a 4-second drop already from last year, and that we incorporate the weight room. I'm definitely a lot bigger. I'm heavier, but it's just strong. I've put on probably 8 pounds of just muscle. So
damn,
it's a big difference.
Damn.
I like it too. I look better in pictures than in my uniform. So I like it. I'm good with it.
Oh man.
I don't know why, but I think a lot of high school kids are afraid of the weight room. I was only in the weight room my last year and dropped 20 seconds in the mile, I think. So definitely. So a lot of runner kids are afraid of the weight room.
Yeah.
But you got to do it. The weights are good for runners. You got to do it.
Yes. I'm with you. It's just, speed and power. It's not, I'm not in there doing curls for the girls or anything. I'm getting all the right muscles, all the right places.
Oh man, it's gonna be fun to
your progression is gonna be so fun to watch.
It's gonna be so fun to watch. And then I don't know, talking about the girls, once you go to Ole Miss next year, I'm sure you're gonna have plenty of girls that want to be all over you. So
yeah. We'll see.
You just gotta stay focused on that run and just keep that Olympic gold medal in the back of your head, and
that's always
stay grounded.
That's always first. That's always first. The women will come. You get that gold medal. The woman will be there. So.
Absolutely.
Man, I would ask for words of wisdom, but I think that's it.
Yeah, one of our listeners said, like, you know, how do you give the listeners some words of wisdom on, like, how do you have that confident mentality that you have? Like, how have you developed that or honed that? Do you have any words of advice for people?
Yeah, I would say my biggest thing is, like, back in November when I was in preseason training again, like, I was a struggling 150 guy. I ran 150.25, you know, at the line, exhausted. And I was sitting there, you know, that's fine. That's a good time as a junior. You know, I was second in my class. But then this year during preseason, it was just different. I had a different mentality. It was you know, every rep I was saying, you know, best ever, every rep. And I was coming off a 150 guy. You know, I was saying best ever. This is what state champs do, boys. You know, this is what world champs do. This is what national champs do. And I just fell in love with working hard. I fell in love with being uncomfortable, and that's just gotten me here. But now it's more, I get on the line fearless every single time. I'm cool, calm, and collected, in the zone, state of zen. I know what I've done, and that comes from the work I've put in, and it also comes from, you know, I'm a God-fearing man. Fear is the opposite of faith. So if I go out there, fall flat on my face, it's part of God's plan, his perfect plan. If I go out there, break a national record, that's part of God's perfect plan. So all that is taken away. It's planned out. He's got it perfect. So I can't be scared of anything.
That is like the best. That might be the best listener guest words of wisdom and words of advice ever. Honestly, like,
I like that.
That is so good. Like, seriously though, as a high schooler, like,
we were literally talking about this.
We were talking about this right before.
On.
Like, most high schoolers that are, you know, really good at any sport, that pressure can really get to them a lot of times, and they'll go into races, you know, nervous and almost fearful because they have that pressure on them. It seems like you're like flipping that, and like you have the pressure, but it's just makes you that much more hungry and motivated, and you're just out there to give it hell and do what you can. So I don't know. It's like crazy. It's like I'm not talking to a high schooler right now. It's absolutely nuts.
It is pretty trippy.
Yeah, and you know the pressure thing. You know, I feel no pressure because all that pressure is I put the most pressure on myself when I go out and tell people, yeah, I'm going for the national record this week, and I let the world know what I'm trying to do. You know, that's just pressure that I put on myself. It's not anybody putting pressure on me. So, you know, okay, this is your own fault. Now get yourself out of it. You know what I mean? So it's the you know, highest expectations are those I put on myself. So yeah. I'm not worried. I feel no pressure. Pressure makes diamonds.
Absolutely. I fuck with it. Awesome. Well, Cade, thanks so much for joining us, man. We're excited to see you dominate at the Kentucky State meet, and then excited to hear this announcement on what's coming in June. So hope training continues to go well, and let's see some fast times. Let's see a Team USA jersey on your yes, torso sir. Here soon. So I'm excited for that.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all having me. It's been great. It's been great.
Awesome. Yeah. You're welcome anytime. We'll have to catch up at some point later this summer as well.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Just let me know. I'll be here.
All right.